Hello everyone, welcome to a new video where I'll be showing you some very interesting puzzles. And if you clicked on this video, then you probably are asking yourself, is this even possible that Stockfish can't solve something? Well, it's true on one end and it's kinda false on the other hand, but I'll show you some easy puzzles first where you will require some creativity to solve them. And let's start by looking at the first one. White are up in exchange, but they can checkmate in just two moves. Can you find the winning idea? So here the point is, if b takes a7, bishop takes a7, it is actually a draw. White cannot win this chess game. But they have a checkmate in 2, and they gotta use this pawn on b6. Can you find the winning move? And this move is, if you guessed it, a rook a6. Of course you'll solve it, come on, it's easy. Now the point is, if bishop goes anywhere in this diagonal, rook a7 is a checkmate. But, of course, there is also another opportunity. A takes b6 is not an option, because that's a pin. B takes a6, but now b7 is a checkmate. Hope you solved this one, because we move on to the next puzzle. Here, black are up 2 pawns, but white have a knight. And knights are always tricky. The point is here, we gotta pay attention that this king is potentially want to go to a1, and this a1 square is actually different from the bishop color, which is light squared, and we have dark squares. So if we manage to get this and this pawn off the board, then this would be a draw, considering that our king would get to a1 because this bishop will not be able to help this pawn promote. So here white have beautiful c4, brilliant pawn sacrifice. The point is now king c4, let's say king c4, we can play knight d6 first, and after king c5, oh my god, there is strain outside, come on man, we play knight b5, and now it is a draw, because king now gets all the way to a1, this bishop will not be able to help, and it is a draw. So what happens is, black play king c5, and now c takes b5. Now, if king b5, knight d6, we reach the same position. It is a draw. d5, knight e7, attacking the pawn on d5. Pawn goes to d4, and now knight f5, once again attacking the pawn on d4, but bishop goes to e4. And now we take, but it looks like that after king c1, king c3, this bishop blocks this b1 square, and this pawn is going to checkmate us, but not so fast, because this pawn is saving us. b6, a4, b7, pawn is about to be promoted, and after bishop b7, king b1, king is reaching this a1 square, and it is a draw. And now we get to the puzzles, which Stockfish had some trouble solving this ones. Because, look, if you put this position right now, immediately, in the chess.com, in analysis tab, it will show you zeros when you first look at this position. Stockfish cannot immediately find this. Like, you gotta give Stockfish the direction towards the solution, and then it will show, let's say for now, it shows mate in 13, which is correct. But when I first put the position inside the analysis tab, it would show up as 0. But can you try to solve this? This one is hard. This is like a study thing. So queen goes to c8. Oh, come on, man. I have so many trains going right now. It's kind of bad. Like, I'll be closing the windows afterwards. Queen c8. King goes to g8. What's the idea? So here, the point is, we want to go bishop e7, and we want to win the queen on e8. Now, king goes to g8, and bishop c7, sacrificing the queen on c8. Queen takes on c8, and now g takes f7. King goes to h8, not to f8, because bishop d6 actually would be a checkmate. So king goes to h8, and now bishop e5. The problem for black is king e7 is about to be a problem, and if this pawn moves, king g6 is a checkmate. So black go queen c5. They protect f8, and they want to take on e5. But what can white do? Because now if king e6, queen e5, black are actually winning because their pawn's promoted, this pawn is stopped, it is a win. So what they gonna do? They play bishop b2. And now once again we're threatening king e6 checkmate, so knight c7. And look, white's king got no moves, but the problem is we set up as Zugzwang for black as well. Because now, look, h pawn is unmovable, knight cannot move, queen cannot really move. I mean, because queen b5, we can go king s7, and that is a checkmate. It cannot move this way from this diagonal, and it cannot basically move to do the same thing at once, like f8 and the 5th rank. So a4 is the only move that black had, and bishop b2, a2, bishop b2, and once again, Zugzwang. Zugzwang, and there's nothing that black can do. Knight d5, king s6, knight c3, check, check, checkmate. And now let's move on to the 4th battles, and this one as well. You know, I saw it in many forums, and yes, again, Stockfish had some tough time finding the solution here, because basically, I mean, I don't think human would be able to find the solution. Of course, now we know what the solution is, but in a real game, in a real-time scenario, I mean, most of the time, white would just resign here. Or not resign, but play few moves and not find the right solution. King a8, rook goes d1. First, brilliant move. Now, knight d1, g7. We're trying to promote, pawn promotes, now bishop b8 and a7. Now, queen cannot go to d5. Because queen d5 and white win. So there are no checks. Queen b8 is threatened. What does black do? They play knight c6 check. Because after d takes c6, queen h5, if king goes to a6 or king goes to a4, queen basically slides to e2 or d1 and starts checking around, and it will be a draw, but there is a small nuance. And that small nuance is queen g5, brilliant queen sacrifice. The idea now is that after queen g5, king a6, we're threatening to play b7 checkmate. So black take the pawn on a7. And it looks like they're saving the game, because if b takes a7, then queen just slides, let's say, to g8, and then black take all the pawns. But no, c7. And we're threatening b7. We're threatening c8, and there is no way to protect from both threats. So queen a5 check, king b7, and now promotes. White win the knight, and of course, I mean, king b6, queen b7, checkmate in black. And now let's get to the funniest one. I hope you enjoyed the previous battles, because this one is just wild. So here, it looks like there's no way to break through. It's some kind of fortress. Let's say if white tries something like knight b4, okay, I mean, it's still a fortress, even though, yes, pass pawn, but the problem is black just take it, and there is no way to break through for either side. So what do white do here? They gotta come up with a plan. They gotta come up with a way to break through with knight, to get to different squares, to get some threats. So king b2, king d7, knight c1, king e7, knight e2, and now knight goes to h3. But what's the idea? The idea is not to take on g5. I mean, it is in a way, but let's say king d7, knight g5, yes, white will win, because now there is basically no time for the king. But you know, black obviously protect everything. Knight f2. So we tried from one side. Oh, train, another train is coming, but this knight is coming as well. King a2, knight b2, knight a4, king c6, king b2. And now the point is, knight is slowly breaking through. Knight d5, king f7, and now knight c7. Why is it brilliant? Because there is a small idea, and this small idea wins a game for white pieces. This knight is going all the way to h4, setting up Zugzwang maneuvers. King s7, knight b5, knight goes to a3. So now the point is, guys, if takes, white are just right on time to win the game before, and the game can be basically be over at this point. So king goes to d6, knight c2, and knight goes all the way to h4. Now, if takes, king f6, if king h3, king g5, it is actually, I mean, it is still a win if, let's say, white find the right maneuver. So, we don't want to analyze this too much, because after king f6, we played g5. After h6, g5, king g4, there is no way to protect this g5 pawn. So king has to move, and now white take the pawn and win the game. But what happens after king g7? The point is knight f5. And after king h7, look, the pawn on h6 is so weak that we can just play king h2, and this king is not able, it doesn't have enough space to protect this pawn from g7, and this pawn falls as well. So white wins this chess game. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this chess puzzles. Yes, try to actually play with Stockfish, try to give, let's say, put it on your phone, put it on your computer and see if Stockfish can show the solution immediately. Because let's say I'm analyzing from my computer and I put this position analysis tab, and the thing is, it showed like plus 0.6. With the puzzle like this one, it showed zeros from the beginning. This one, it took a while to understand what's happening. And even right now, look at it, it's zeros. So Stockfish cannot actually, see the solution from the beginning. So try to play it. I mean, I'm not lying. This happens. Stockfish cannot solve these puzzles. And I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you with the next set of puzzles, probably next Monday. Hope you enjoyed this one. Give it a like and subscribe on the channel. A lot of great content is coming. Recaps, tournament recaps, my journey towards FM title. Like, I'm trying to do everything. Hope you enjoyed. See you soon. Bye-bye.